What's up, everybody? Tweech here. We're going to be playing some Demon Souls. Now, I haven't played this game on the PS3 when it first originally came out back in, God, I think 2009. But playing it on the PS5 for my first playthrough was absolutely amazing. I am hooked. I haven't played any of the other Dark Souls games just yet, but I did download them since they were on sale, I think this month. So hopefully I'll be able to play those games and bring those to the channel. Other than that, I did play Sekiro first. That was my first introduction to From Software. And I must say that Sekiro kicked my butt. I will be doing some playthrough hopefully later on with that, throwing that up on the channel. But right now, Demon Souls has taken over, but I'm excited to bring this game out to you guys. So let's see. We're going to start a new game. Now with this game, this playthrough, I'm going to use a faith build, which is going to be very challenging. So if this is your first time playing, you know, it might be a little bit more difficult to start with the faith build, but you could still follow the walk. It's not really a walkthrough, but you could still follow along and, you know, go to the different worlds that I am going to. But like I said, it is going to be quite challenging for a first time playthrough. We will go with Mr. Tweech. Now, I've been debating about this. Starting the faith build with a priest makes sense. Okay, so there's a lot of faith qualities to it. You start with a blunt weapon. However, I hate the blunt weapon. It makes things very challenging early on. It does work in the fourth world. A lot of things in the fourth world are weak to blunt. Another good start is the Temple Knight. But since we are working on a pure faith build, I think I'm going to try to stick... this is going to be so challenging. But I'm going to stick with the priest build. What was the faith? They're both 13, so... But this has higher strength, I believe. 14 strength. So I'm going to also work on strength a little bit with dexterity on the priest. Not too much, but just so early on I could get access to a few other weapons to make the initial start of the playthrough a little bit easier. But here we go. Yep, always... Every time I make a character, I always go for the ring. All these other items are consumables that you could find throughout the world. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And the quantities aren't that great. Yeah, 10 arrows. What do you get? 3 of those. 5 elixirs. Yeah, there really isn't much in the way of quantity. So getting this ring could help out a lot. Now for a preset, I'm going to go with my Ragnar preset. Kind of looks like Ragnar from Vikings. And to show that, I think it resembles him. Now I made the eyes a little bit more glowy. So just something I liked on character creation. Alright, so let's see how this goes. And let's get this.
King Alant the Twelfth, by channeling the power of souls, brought unprecedented prosperity to his northern kingdom of Boletaria. That is, until the colorless deep fog swept across the land. Boletaria was cut off from the outside world, and those who dared penetrate the deep fog never returned. But Valifax of the royal twin fangs broke free from the fog and told the world of Boletaria's plight. That the old King Alant had roused the Old One, the great beast below the Nexus, from its eternal slumber, and that a colorless fog had swept in, unleashing terrible demons. The demons hunt down men and claim their souls. Those who lose their souls lose also their minds. The mad attack the sane, and chaos reigns. Valifax also spoke of the enticing power of the demon souls. Each time a demon claims a human soul, the demon's own soul is invigorated by the life force, and the power of a mature demon soul is beyond human imagination. The legend spread quickly. Mighty warriors lured by the possibilities braved the fissure to breach the accursed land, but none have returned. Bjor of the Twin Fangs, Yurt the Silent Chief, Saint Urbane, Skirva the Wanderer, the sixth Saint Astraea with her Night Garl Vinland, and Sage Frake the Visionary. The colorless deep fog slowly creeps beyond Boletaria's borders. Humankind faces a slow and steady extinction. The deep fog will eventually swallow all lands near and far. But Boletaria has one final hope. A lone warrior who has braved the baneful fog. Has the land found its savior? Or have the demons found a new slave?
Yeah, we're going to go through the tutorial.
Brave soul who fears not death. I shall guide you to the fissure. So that you may lull the Old One back to slumber.
Okay, so we'll give this a shot. I like playing the tutorial because the boss in this area, yeah, I'm about 50% on him. And with a blunt weapon, I think this is going to be much more challenging. So let's see, what do I need to take off here? So the goal is we want to get our equipment burden under 50%. Of course, do I have to go through here pantsless? Take that off. Maybe we'll keep our pants on this time. So, yeah, the reason why is when you're running through, you see that roll? It's pretty quick. And that's kind of the name of the game for defensive types of combat here, is to roll out of the way. If I were to place everything back on, now watch my roll. That's not the roll button. Ah, there we go. They call that the fat roll. Just kind of fall to the ground and doesn't really help us out. It gives us, well, it makes us vulnerable to attack. But we don't want a fat, chubby roll. This is not going to be good. I mean, if I two-handed, I could do a little bit more damage. Yeah, there's a little bit more damage, but this is going to be tough. I'm telling you right now. I will die a lot. Yeah, so one of the things that when I'm playing this game too, that I noticed about myself is that I am a stickler for inventory management, so I'll be hopping in and out of inventory, just making sure everything looks nice and pretty. Okay, and we hop on over. Let's see. I got a backstab. Let's see how that looks. Oh! That's right. Backstabby. It's not really a backstab, it's more like a mugging. I'm gonna mug you with this weapon. Big old mace. Take your legs out. Smack you while you're down. And give me that wallet. Take that wallet. Okay, what do we got? Oh yeah. For some reason when I always forget about this item back here. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Now, I love this tutorial. I'm glad that they did this. I wish they would have had something similar to this in Sekiro when it first came out, because I was lost playing that game until I found out about the dummy, the fighting dummy. I think I wasn't really halfway through the game. It was close to the first boss the first main boss, I should say, in Sekiro. Before, like, I kept on getting clapped by him, and went on some forums and different websites to look, and sure enough, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, just practice on this dude." And I said, "What dude?" And there he is, right by the starting point where you could practice your deflecting and all the other skills that you get in that game. And it wasn't until later on, I think more recently, the game was out for maybe a year, almost a year and a half before they put some updates in, and you could do something very similar where you could leave messages for other players. And some are helpful, most are not. But that's nice. But that would have definitely helped out a lot early on. So I'm glad they put that in the game, but for me it was a little too late. Oh, and the uppercut. That's pretty good. Just gotta time that parry. I'm not very good at timing the parry on this game. Or Sekiro, for that matter. As you can see that. Watch that one. Let's try it again. There we go. Now, one thing to mention, although I'm, in a sense, one-shotting these guys, after the tutorial, that one shot is not going to happen unless, you know, you're leveled up a little bit more, but these guys do have some health, and I could definitely do some, it does a lot of damage, backstabs, 1 and 2 damage because he's blocking me. So, okay. Yeah, so like I was saying, it will do a lot of damage, probably will not be enough to do a one-hit kill later enemies. But definitely good to have. There's a couple bosses where that's pretty much, not really bosses, I guess I should say. I don't know if they're mini bosses. Maybe I'll call them mini bosses, but there's some phantoms that are in different worlds where that move, this deflection, is pretty much the best way to do a lot of damage to them. But yeah, so hopefully I can master that throughout the playthrough. I'm not good with it though. Nice. He took a little bit extra. What are you doing? What? Looking at your watch? Dude, there's a guy with a mace right in front of you. Horrible henchman. Horrible henchman. Come on there. Come on. Come on. Lates. Try this way. Oh yeah, this way first. Get some healing items. Now that wasn't too bad to start. Usually I take a little bit more damage. But this guy, my goodness. I already have a feeling I'm not going to beat this guy with this weapon. It's going to take some time. So for this fight, like I said, I'm about 50% on this guy. I haven't started many characters, so I didn't get a lot of chances to fight him. But that being said, the strategy that I'm going to go in for him is to stay on his right side. If I could do that and then get behind him, I'm just going to keep on swinging away, a couple swings, just maintain a little bit of distance. You do want to stay close. If you start going a little bit further away, I found that it's almost instant death. He could really one-shot you if you're not careful, but staying close to him makes it a little bit easier as long as you're to the back side, and when he jumps up in the air to do like a little body slam type of move, just back away a little bit. You don't have to back away too far. It doesn't seem, at least, to have a large AoE attack, but if you stay close, should be able to take him down. I hope so. Just so cool looking. Oh, I did not roll fast enough. So I'm gonna wait to heal just a moment. So when he did that move, that gave me some opportunity. Heal. Yeah, I'm doing 25 damage per hit, or less than that. Like I said, try to stay behind. 5, 42. This is like nothing. And this is two-handing the weapon, which is supposed to give it a little bit more kick. Yeah, just... Yeah, this could be dangerous when he gets close to the wall here. Heal up to full. Yeah, when he's this close to the wall, super dangerous. I just have a feeling. Oh, well, he didn't do anything. Just have a feeling that this is not my time. What? Gotta be positive. Be positive. We have a faith build. We gotta keep the faith. Keeping the faith. My goodness. I'm not doing good. Nope. So that's all my half moon grass. He's too close to this wall. Oh, man. I'm going to try to get him out here. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's... There we go. Now, I'm not using the miracle, as you saw. The miracle will pretty much cure me all the way, but it does take a second or two extra to get the heal off. I'll tell you what, I got my work cut out for me with this build. Hopefully I could outlast this guy. My goodness. I can't. Can't do any damage to this guy. Not with this club. Back away. Now the advantage to the club early on is that it is able to be enhanced, so we could use like things like pine resin for like fire enhancement. But it's almost there. This is a long... Usually this fight doesn't take this long, especially if you have much stronger or better weapons. Slashing weapons for this guy seem to work better. And I'm being a little extra careful because I'd like to finish this on the recording, finish this guy. 1 or 2 more hits and we should be good. There we go. Good lord. So you can see we're in for a handful for this faith build. So right now this weapon that I'm using, this club, it doesn't even scale off of faith. It scales off of the strength. So with only having, what's my strength at? A 13 strength, it's not doing much damage. Plus being a blunt weapon, those guys seemed pretty resistant to it. Alright, if you are watching for this, for kind of like a playthrough, if you passed, or weren't able to pass that guy, beat him, then that's fine. You just end up at the Nexus. We're going to end up there anyway. There's a few items that you get for beating him, plus, as you can see, my souls. I got a few hundred souls for beating him. The other thing I got was this iron helm. I mean, you get this a little bit later on too in the game. So, like I said, a lot of this stuff it's not groundbreaking. So if you didn't beat him, that's absolutely fine. We'll collect some goodies, and this guy we don't get to fight just yet, and I wouldn't want to fight him with the club. Look at all these goodies, huh? Okay, so we got some grass. I think there's some early upgrade material. Yeah. Which, for me, I probably will be using because this weapon is trash. I think that's all. Yeah. So now, I'm gonna go get punched by a dragon. Look at him. He's already ready to go. Look at that fist. Oh, yeah? Yeah? Think you got it? Okay. Let's see what you got. I can take it. And I died.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. This is the Nexus. It holds together the northern land of Boletaria. lands not quit the Nexus, but the 5 Archstones will guide thee to the outer lands.
Alright. So we have died and we are in the Nexus. Like I said, if you died to that first boss, you would have been transported here right away anyway. So, axial binding. There really isn't too much that I can do here. Now, one of the things that I suggest is right off the bat, you're going to be like, oh, I could use these souls. I need souls to upgrade. Do not use them. You cannot upgrade anything, for the most part, until you beat the first boss. Then pretty much everything unlocks. So if you die in the first world and don't reclaim your souls, they're gone. You can't get them back. So even though we have 686 souls, I still can't even level up once. As you can see on the right hand side, it says souls required. That's the requirement that I need to be able to add any attributes and level my character. So I can't even do that. With the souls, I probably could. But again, I don't want to do that. And okay, so early on,
I'm stockpiled when the Scots
we'll talk
take
to
my
some of
life,
these
but I would be
NPCs.
worthless. I would be happy to lighten it.
This is my boy here. Like I said, I'm a stickler for my inventory. I try to keep the materials that I collect out of my inventory. I'll send them back to storage because you don't need them when you're upgrading. The first playthrough, it took me a little while to understand that, but that I did. And you could just keep those in storage and still upgrade the weapons. The only thing is that you need to have the weapons on you rather than just in storage. Okay, we'll keep that. This I'll just put away. And there isn't much, like I said,
Best of luck to you.
there isn't much that we could do. Now, I don't believe there's any early weapons that I find that I could definitely use with this build. So to try to make things a little bit easier, I will upgrade.
Name's Baldwin. It's a trade with your
I'll
souls.
upgrade this this mace. That'll give me a little bit more damage. Not much, but hey, it is what it is. And purchase. I guess I could purchase. No, I can't even purchase this sword. Battle axe. I don't know if the sword would be better. So early on, I end up using this guy for arrows mainly, and then early upgrading until we could unlock another blacksmith later on. But oh, and I found out the other day again, and I'm still somewhat of a noob to Demon Souls. I always wondered what this was. I had no idea, and it says restricts health recovery temporarily, and I'm like, why would anybody want that? But it's actually to use more for PvP. You could throw that at somebody and they can't heal. Pretty cheeky, but I played a little bit of PvP, and so far nobody has ever used that at me. So I don't know how well it's used. Maybe at higher levels. Who knows? Replenish some MP. I don't really need that just yet.
You come back alive.
I think we're good. Now our main, since we're a faith build, this is going to be our main upgrading areas. This is kind of like the faith side. The other side of the steps over there is the magic side, which we're still going to use a little bit of magic, so...
Oh my, has God a Bassa?
Doesn't give me anything yet. Oh, so early on we're going to try to get our faith up as much as possible. Like I said, we're going to try to also get our strength up a little bit. I might bring strength up to 18, eventually maybe even a 22 later on, because there are some weapons that I do want to try to get that are based off of strength. So now that we're all set up, what we're going to do is we're going to head over to... I could talk to this guy just for story.
Well, you slipped through the fissure too, did you? You came for demon souls? Or to save this land and be remembered as a hero? Hunting for demons? Try one of the archstones. Now go. That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria?
Yes, it is, sir. The other thing that we're going to do really quick, since we're in the Nexus, I'm going to try to get a couple of these items. There are some fall items. Now, I'm not really good at falling in this game. Well, I'm good at falling to my death, but I'm not good at falling to get items, because in this game you can't jump. So there are some items here that we're going to use. What I do, because of how horrible of a faller I am, to get these items, I take off my weapons and usually my shield so I could see a little bit better. So that item down there we're going to fall to, and we'll just give it a shot. The other thing is, it's okay to die in the Nexus. It does not hurt any kind of world tendency, and I'll explain that probably later on, what that means. Alright, so right here, I push myself against this wall, and I just walk straight forward. I should land on that little square pad just by walking. Okay. Yeah, it didn't take... I think I took a very little bit of damage. I get some new moon grass. The other thing I like to do is come over here and fall into this hole. Just because you're higher up on the steps when you fall, so you take a little bit less damage. You could certainly fall and then land over there. I don't think it'll kill you, but you take a little bit more damage. Not that it really, really matters. It's just something that I do. And then Mr. Shirtless Ragnar-looking dude. Alright, so I already got this side. This one, I'm not really good at this one. At least the start. I've done it. So this one, I find it easier for me anyway, is to walk off on an angle to catch this little lip. So if I walk off, and nope, dead. Like I said, I'm not good at this one. I think I walked off a little too too quickly. But I find when I jump straight down or fall straight down from above it, I always miss the ledge. So walking on an angle seems to work a little bit better for me. Obviously it didn't work there, but we'll give that another shot. And like I said, being in the Nexus here and just dying doesn't change our tendency, and you can see my soul count went to 0, but I will collect that shortly. My blood stain. We'll try it again. Have to be up a little bit higher, and I'm going to walk off on an angle, nice and soft. That should be good. Okay. Now we're just going to fall down to the side here. One more. And then turn around here and walk off. Now again, I use this other block as kind of my setting up my position piece, and just walk straight off. I should catch this lip. Got it. And should be good. Okay, renowned. Renowned soul. A little extra souls. Okay. And we're going to head on over to World 1, but in just a little bit. Actually, we'll probably end the video here. This is kind of like the tutorial intro portion of Demon Souls, and then in the next video we will tackle 1-1. Hopefully get to the end of 1-1 in that video. What I'd like to do is, some of the worlds are a little bit longer, but I'd like to keep each video to each part of the world, but that might not be attainable, so we'll give it a shot. But again, don't forget to like the video and slap that subscribe button for me, and we'll see you in the next video.